What is going on, y'all? Travis here, back with Season 1, Episode 4 of Scandal! Let's go.
You know what's interesting about being engaged? Fiancés don't like it when you get out of bed at 3 a.m. to go see another woman. You called, I came, and I brought our best friend Shiraz. Liv. Hey, Liv. I got it.
Amanda's asleep in the guest room. I don't want to wake her.
Tell me, whatever it is, we will fix it.
You should have seen me forcing water down her throat to make her pee. It was like something out of Abu Ghraib.
Amanda Tanner is...
Pregnant. The president's baby, yes.
Are we sure it's his?
Right. Are you sure it's his?
I'm sure.
Liv.
That's what I'm saying.
How bad is this for you? There's no shame in saying you can't handle this.
What?
You'd better come down to the office. There's an army here.
Reporters? Lawyers?
An actual army.
Liv.
We gotta go in. I need to put on some decent clothes, and we'll take your car because I think I've had too much wine to drive. I'll be ready in 2 minutes. I'm fine. Really. I can handle anything. 2 minutes.
They barged in. They wouldn't even say who they were. I should have stopped them. I just surrendered. Without a fight, I surrendered the whole office.
I think it's the Cubans. They've been wooing us for months.
You like me to get a gun?
No guns.
You gave them coffee.
So they would kill me.
Les quiero dar las gracias por su visita, pero en este momento necesito entrar a mi oficina. Of course.
Who is it?
General Benicio Flores.
Ruthless, repressive, political freedom-hating, South American leftist dictator.
Oh,
I'm sworn enemy of
hey.
the United States.
What's up, man? How you doing? How can we help you?
My wife and my 2 youngest children were kidnapped. My oldest son, Felipe, saw them being pulled away in a van. FBI probably did this. But the only reason I'm even in this country is because of this OAS. Half of my security detail was sent away at the airport. What kind of cooperation I'm going to get from this government?
They've been trying to overthrow him for years.
In the eyes of your president, I am somewhere between Castro and Gaddafi. Before I am a so-called dictator, I am a husband. I am a father. And I need to have my family safe. I will do anything to see them again. You are my best and my only chance.
Tell me we're not going to take on a dictator as a client. You don't talk for that long if you're not going to take somebody on.
Well, you do if the elevator hasn't come.
Doesn't mean she's going to represent.
That does. Welcome to Olivia Pope and Associates El General. Come on, we used to follow on this stuff.
Stephen, Abby, talk to the older son. See if you can dig up any eyewitnesses at the restaurant.
We're taking him on as a client, even though the rest of us didn't have a say.
We need to cut Olivia some serious slack right now.
He
Amanda
said,
Tanner
I'm not
is
even
pregnant.
gonna respond to that. Do they all know she was boinking, homeboy?
James.
It's Sunday.
Good to see you.
It's Sunday.
I don't get a hug anymore?
Not on Sunday. People
I
like
just
you
need 5
coming by
minutes.
here and thinking it's going to work on a Sunday. No. Unless there's a war. Is there a war?
Somewhere in the world, there's always a war.
When my husband's dead, I'm blaming you.
I'm surprised James let you in on a Sunday.
Things are bad. He's in trouble, Cyrus.
Oh,
This is
Cyrus
real.
is a
Amanda
gay?
Tanner's pregnant. I need to know if he maybe took precautions.
You want to know if the president wore condoms when he slept around. I don't know. I think that's your area. Did he wear one with you? How much?
10 million?
Over 5 years.
Over 3.
I'll see what I can do. You and I aren't friends anymore. Don't come here again.
You told Cyrus Bean that I was pregnant, and he still won't let me see the president?
They're talking about $10 million. That could buy you a lot.
If I have a chance to just sit with the president for 5 minutes, I don't understand why this is happening. I need a moment, just a moment to talk to him. 5 minutes alone, how hard is that? They put me in a chair, and I wait until he has a break in his schedule.
Amanda, that isn't going to happen. Don't you understand that? He is the most powerful man on the planet. You are a threat to his government. You are never, ever going to be in the same room with the president, much less alone with him, ever again. So if you don't want money, you need to decide what you do want. The fairy tale is over, Amanda. You have a child, so I need to know what you want that is real. Do you want to keep this baby? Do you want to give it up for adoption? What do you want?
I want to keep this baby,
She's
Okay.
tough.
and I want to tell the world what he did. He told me he loved me, to trust him. Now he won't even take 5 minutes. They think I'm just gonna go away. I trusted him. He should burn for this.
Somebody's gonna kill her.
I want them all to burn for this.
Somebody's gonna stage
Olivia?
situation.
New lipstick? You know the old guy who runs the newsstand? I buy my paper and coffee there every day for 11 years. These vulture developers want to knock it down, and I want you to save it. Olivia.
Busy.
Is she?
I got this. What do you need?
Just 1 minute.
He's interesting, this guy. Is it
It's a good
Huck?
speech. It's
Hawk?
the same speech
Huck.
every president has given at the
Hawk.
OAS for the past 40 years.
Hawk.
Pretty sure things have
Hawk.
changed since the Cuban Revolution, and I'm giving the same
Like a
speech. But
bird.
Eisenhower thought so when he wrote it.
We employ the best speechwriters in the Western world.
Better ones in the Eastern
Right.
world.
Nobody likes a smartass, Mr. President. JP and Sally on writing you a new speech, okay? Now, if you'll excuse me.
Anything new on the Olivia front?
Nothing I can't handle, Mr. President. Billy, I don't have a lot of time.
This is a Republican administration, and Cyrus is a gay. The Republicans don't
I know that you've signed confidentiality.
accept the gays,
I've been briefed on the sensitive nature of this meeting.
usually.
I will personally make sure you never, ever work again if you breathe a word or the edge of a word outside this room. Busy man, let's go.
Good, got it.
Is he
When
a
I'm
token gay?
investigating
Look what
someone,
we
I
have.
leave
We
no
have a
stone
gay.
unturned. Do they drink, smoke, snort, shoot? If any one of them has so much as even a parking ticket, I will find out about it. This group here, hiding a lot more than just parking tickets. Let's start with Olivia Pope.
Carolina Flores. She was a waitress at a Harvard bar when she met a cute undergrad named Benicio, the butcher of San Miguel. They fell in love. They had 3 kids, lived happily ever after in their little dictatorship until last night when Felipe.
They were in the bathroom a long time. I went to check and then saw them out the back. They pushed them in a van and I ran inside for
He's
help.
in on it.
Restaurant bathroom window was smashed. Signs of a struggle.
But then we went out back.
Inside job.
Unless they had the world's smallest van.
There was no way out of there.
At least not how the kid says he saw it.
All I know is they were gone and the older kid was still here.
Staged.
Freaked out.
It was staged.
It's a normal lunch. She had a lot of iced tea. Little boy, cute, maybe 7. He played with one of those electronic game thingies.
Focus, fanboy.
I don't know. It was white.
This doesn't add up. We need to keep digging. Look for a motive.
I got a signal.
What?
The kid's Gen 9 SD is Wi-Fi enabled.
English.
Right.
Huh.
I found the toy, which means I found them.
Go now. Get her. See if you can get DC Metro to send backup. Don't go in alone.
I like her.
Thing
That
you
would
call.
be very
You
me.
might have
Like,
to deal with all this on your own. I'll take the 2 nuns on the left.
What
You
are
guys
we
get the one with the
doing?
baby.
say it
I
again.
got it wrong.
Huck never gets it wrong.
And she wasn't kidnapped.
She ran.
Oh, she trying to get away.
What about this Huck character?
Well, Huck is obviously not his real name. CIA denies knowing him. He also sent 3 agents over to my office to encourage me to stop checking into his background. Clearly, he's one of theirs. He is a mystery. My guess is that if you meet this guy in a dark alley, you're done.
I knew he would send someone. It was so stupid. I wasn't thinking. I took Paolo and Manny to the bathroom, and I just started thinking, this is it. This is my chance.
Did he hurt you?
No,
Then why run?
I don't love him anymore. I married a good man. A man who looked at his country and dreamed of ways to make it better. No, Benicio thinks everyone's out to get him. You disagree with him, you disappear. You don't ask a man like that for a divorce.
Abigail Whelan, married for 4 years to Charles Putney. She left him when he allegedly beat her in a drunken rage. It's all in your file.
Oh,
of a sudden,
hell no.
He said you were kidnapped.
He came to look for me, and when he saw me, he knew
He wouldn't come with you.
he loves his father, and I couldn't ask him to choose. Oh no, it just all happened so quickly. I guess you have to take me back to my husband.
No, we don't.
This is not a date.
On the rocks with salt.
I cannot date you.
And the new girl?
Quim Perkins started less than 4 weeks ago.
Why is there nothing in her file?
And we're still working on it. Quinn Perkins didn't exist until 2008.
Quinn, I won't ask you about Amanda Tanner. I don't need to. I like you, so relax. Drink your margarita.
What's that mean? She's fake. It's fake identity?
Why don't you need to use me for a story about Amanda Tanner?
Because I have another source.
Harrison Wright grew up right here in D.C. He somehow managed to go from selling luxury cars to working for Adnan Salif. Made a mountain of money. Managed to only get 6 months when Salif went down for insider trading. Olivia Pope defended him pro bono.
My sister and her kids need a room for the night. Do you have something with 2 double beds?
Yes, we do.
This is insane. We need to tell Olivia we have her.
Just won't tell her till tomorrow. Or next day, the latest, as soon as we get her asylum. She's not wearing the white hat anymore.
I'm not lying.
Olivia? Hey, it's me. Steven's putting gas in the car. Yeah, she was at a shelter. It's clear she wasn't kidnapped. We tried to talk to her, but they closed their doors for the night. We'll pick her up tomorrow. Yeah. Good night. There.
But then
Stephen
what?
Finch became a U.S. citizen in 1995, shortly after graduating first in his class from Yale Law. Was there at
He's a
Chase
snack.
Howard, a real hotshot,
Snack.
suffered a nervous breakdown in the middle of defending Zoot against Bromquist.
Sure, they poisoned all those kids in West Virginia?
Exactly. Spent 2 months recovering in a facility in Florida.
The Pope. What did you do?
What are you talking about, Billy?
Cyrus has called in Sanders Black.
Sanders Black is a short man.
So was Napoleon, but he still did a lot of damage.
Why are you telling me this,
If
Billy?
you can just tell me what's going on. I don't want to feel like I'm betraying my own. I have to fall on mine.
Olivia Pope for Cyrus Bean. You want to play hardball? We booked 2020. We're sitting down with Diane Sawyer. You take care, Billy.
They'll die for her. I need more. Something I can work with. Do better. They did find one thing. Olivia Pope had an affair with someone on the campaign.
Give me a day or two.
That's not useful to us.
Excuse me. Other than that, Olivia Pope is purer than Mother Teresa.
Gentlemen, I'm not going to stand around and debate with you. It's not useful to us. Move on.
Move on?
Shut it down.
I don't know what you're talking
You're
about.
lying. Every time you do it, you look like you're about to cry. You look like you're about to cry right now.
I'm not going to.
Now, but there's going to come a time when you're going to have to lie to him. And we don't lie to reporters, because once you do, there's no going back.
That hairline
Killed
is nice.
the one thing you protect at all costs, your credibility. My credibility, this firm's credibility. That's not going to happen. So save yourself the trouble and shut it down.
I bet that's not going to happen.
Cyrus, I know JP and Sally are probably crying in the hall, but I'm writing my own speech note. It's great. I'll show it to you when I'm done.
Amanda Tanner is pregnant. The good news is Amanda doesn't want your money. She wants publicity. You don't have to worry about that sex tape. Who needs a sex tape when you've got a fetus full of presidential DNA?
It's not my baby.
You just keep practicing that line.
Next step. How do we fix this?
You gonna have to.
I don't know.
Cyrus, I know you were upset. What's next?
What's next? What's next? You resign from office now. Amanda goes on TV, tells her sad, sordid tale. There are hearings, you're impeached, and you're forced to resign from office. Your vice president, a moronic right-wing nut job, seems to not quite understand that evolution isn't an idea, but an actual fact. We won the scary states in the election. They'll have a party. Now that their grand wizard is president, I'm pretty sure I'll never see a legal marriage, and women will lose the right to choose. We're all Republicans. You'll leave in disgrace, go home to California, and then some fancy publishing
This
house
was
will
some
pay you a fortune for a
foreshadowing.
book, which you'll write. Won't talk about your sordid affair with a White House aide. It'll talk about policy. And it won't sell. No one cares about your thoughts on policy because you're not the president anymore, which I know is a joke. Melly, she's not going to be circa 1998 Hillary. This is the 21st century. She's going to leave you and she's going to take your children. And everyone will applaud her because you're a philandering pig who had a child out of wedlock. You'll be alone in your house in Santa Barbara, listening to old record, telling the same story over and over again to the poor sap assigned to your Secret Service detail.
Bro.
Then one day, you'll step into your bathroom and you'll blow the back of your skull off. Oprah's retired now, so I guess I have to do a post-funeral interview with Barbara Walters. She's nice. But you know, you just go back to writing your own speech. That matters.
We'll be filing a petition to determine the paternity of your child in D.C. Superior Court. There will be a hearing and a DNA test.
Damn.
The petition is public,
Cyrus
which
is
is
kind
going to
of-
set things in motion.
That same day, you'll be taping an interview with
Awesome.
Diane Sawyer for 2020. We'll be doing mock interviews
told
to
him
prepare
about
you for the
himself
kinds of
real
questions you will
fast.
be asked.
If you're properly prepared, you've got nothing to be afraid of.
Call your parents and all your friends. Warn them. Your parents will want to check into a hotel when the interview airs. Their street will be chock full of reporters, and they won't be well behaved. We are talking about the president. You want to burn down his house, you're going to have to burn down your own as well.
Libby.
You were busy before. It was obviously not the right time to ask for a favor, but keep in mind, you owe me big time. I owe 6 cops from ERT double overtime for showing up at a church ready to blow holes in 30 nuns.
David, I did not answer you when you asked me about this earlier. That was rude. This time I will be more clear. I have far more important things to worry about right now than the fate of the crappy newsstand you buy your morning coffee at. I do not have time for this. Bill me for the police overtime.
Bam.
I took someone in yesterday.
0
My sister and
minutes,
2 young
David.
children, room 402.
402 is vacant.
You in trouble.
We will. Oh, Abby. I was just telling the general that it was you and Steven that found Senora Flores.
I cannot thank you enough.
You're welcome.
We think the kidnappers may have been allied with the general's political enemies, possibly the exile community. And now here they are, safe and sound.
Safe and sound.
Ooh. Ooh, her facial expressions.
You had
Ooh,
no
child.
right to do what you did.
No right?
She chose to marry that man, to have children
and
with
that
him.
makes it your
and
call.
now
But I
she
wanted to
put
leave
herself in an
Charles.
impossible position. I made a tough call. You don't like it, Abby? Too bad.
When I wanted to leave Charles!
Don't talk to me about tough calls and names on the door. That woman needs us, and I don't know what's going on with you or what's happened to you, but I know that you have your stuff that you don't talk about. But that doesn't mean that you get to stop being Olivia Pope. When Charles fractured 3 of my ribs and broke my jaw, Olivia Pope took a tire iron and broke his kneecap and got me out of that marriage. It's what Olivia does. You are the gladiator. I would gladly follow you over a cliff, but you gotta show up. You don't get to pick and choose when the real Olivia Pope walks through that door. You made the wrong call.
Ooh. Ooh, ow!
Teens, every trashy magazine on the rack. Let me know if you need anything else. I've got to get back to the office.
Dirt floors and mud walls.
I'm sorry?
My senior year of college, I saw this picture in a magazine. This little school in India or Nepal, maybe. Dirt floors and mud walls and sad little wood benches instead of desks. It's the saddest thing I'd ever seen, but what was even sadder, there were no girls in the picture. Just boys. Girls weren't allowed to go to school. That's why I came to Washington, just so you don't think I'm some dumb bimbo slut who... There are places in the world where girls don't get educated.
So what the fuck do I know her from?
You can still do it. This doesn't have to be your story.
We have withstood lies spread by powerful media outlets. The permanent threat of this capitalist empire is respect.
If you still want asylum, we can get it for you. If you want to go, we have to leave right now.
My husband's security men are down the hall. They won't let me leave the building.
We've got it covered. She wants to go. You can't stop her. To talk INA Code 101, Section 842. You guys familiar with that? Asylum given for foreign-born spouses subject to persecution on account of race, religion, nationality. Ours pertain to our case here, political opinion. Make yourself a nuisance. She's on American soil, otherwise known as you have no jurisdiction here.
Liv,
Period.
move now. Hawk, baby. And where we have to go? Hawk.
Drop the pacifier.
Felipe.
He's gonna stay.
Karim.
Oh, he's gonna go.
General Flores.
Oh, fuck.
What a wonderful speech. I was just coming by to congratulate you.
No. Benicio, she was helping me to leave you. There was no kidnapping. There were no men. There was no ban. I left on my own. I left you because I wanted to leave you. I left you because I don't love you anymore.
Ooh.
Then leave. You're not taking the children. They're coming home with me.
Benicio, please.
No, Carolina, mira.
No, no, no. No, no.
So what can be done? Anything?
The kids and I were thinking we could all go to Santa Barbara for the long weekend. And we haven't been home since the inauguration. What's that, 14, 15 months? Fitz?
Would it be so bad if all this ended? I wanted to help people, that was the point. I got in this job to help people, not for the job. I could find better ways to affect change.
What's going on? What happened?
Would it be so bad if this ended?
Yes, it would be so bad if this ended. It would be catastrophic. Now pull yourself together, damn it. You've got a speech to give.
Oh.
We'll go to Santa Barbara later in the year, or maybe for Christmas.
Pull yourself together, man.
It's me. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't lie anymore. I'm out. I'm gonna tell them the truth.
And today I say to all citizens of the Americas,
what?
Democracy is your destiny. I call upon my fellow leaders to speak with one voice, loud, clear, and strong. For General Flores, President Chavez may hear us. Your time has passed. The way I see it, all roads lead back to Amanda Tanner. Without her, there's nothing but that tape. There's no proof. Nobody even takes that tape seriously without it being vouched for. Problem is Amanda Tanner, and she's not our problem. She's a kid. Our real problem is Olivia Pope.
You realize...
I got into this job to help people, to change this country for the better. I am the President of the United States of America. It's time I acted like it.
Thank you, Mr. President.
General Flores, you need to reconsider.
Muévase. You know that the Hague Convention guarantees that custody must be decided by the parent's home country, right?
I know she's your wife. She seems weak now, but she is smart. Powerful women like Carolina, they don't curl up and hide when they've been wounded. They strike back by writing memoirs and appearing on talk shows, talking about women's rights in the developing world. Babies were ripped from her arms by a ruthless dictator. And then one day, she's not just the mother of your children anymore. She's a hero, and people everywhere, people love a hero.
That's
People
true.
rise up and fight for a hero. So you need to tread very carefully here. This woman can be the mother of your children or the face of your opposition. Now, which would you prefer?
I love it. Ah! Oh! She said, I'm not ending shit.
One question.
One question.
Was Amanda Tanner sleeping with the president?
Don't you wish now that would be a story?
Hello?
Dennis and Catherine Mahoney started with nothing. And in 1973, their great-granddaughter Margaret sold her family newsstand chain for $25 million. She kept one for herself, one to sell to one of her employees. Ki-young Kim, been working at Mahoney News since immigrating to Washington from Busan, South Korea, also with nothing. Ki-young Kim learned English at that newsstand, became a U.S. citizen at that newsstand. Eventually, he became the owner of that newsstand. It would be a crime to knock it down for greed and profit. Your boy Ki-young's got a news crew showing up for the 5 o'clock news and an 800-word human interest story in the D.C. Weekly, which comes out Thursday.
Does Olivia Pope ever actually apologize to anyone?
She just did.
All right, a newsstand for my brain is still stuck on the $25 million newsstand.
Cyrus.
This won't take long. Abby Whelan, does her ex-husband know where she is? Stephen Finch, been a bad boy. This fella, Huck, his file reads like helter-skelter, a real page-turner.
Very scared.
This is 2 days' work.
You want to go nuclear? You should see the size of the mushroom cloud that's going to go up when the president is hit with a paternity suit for Amanda's baby. Just finishing up some paperwork. I'm going to need some blood.
You haven't even filed the paternity suit yet. Expected that days ago.
You seem awful chipper about all this.
I'll tell you what, I'm a workaholic, and my sweet husband doesn't let me work on Sundays unless there's a war. There is, in fact, a war. There's a bloody, scary war starting.
You and I are going to war. That's what you want? Fine.
No. I wasn't clear. This isn't my war. You know who sent me here? The President of the United States sent me here to deliver these piles of dirt. I'm not the general. I'm just an errand boy who doesn't have to garden anymore. President Fitzgerald Thomas Grant III declared war on you with the full force of the White House and the legion of men and women who work in the United States government. May God have mercy on your soul.
I know I've been asking a lot of you all.
Ain't that about
asking
a bitch?
you to trust me. And I know that hasn't always been easy or fair. And sometimes I am wrong. We are about to go forward with Amanda Tanner's case. It will be hard, it will be mean, it will be personal. But you don't have to do this because I say so, not this time. You have to decide for yourselves.
It is a great honor for us to host this meeting in Washington. It's more than
She about to get got. She about to get got.
So let's vote on it.
We are not going to make a dime out of this, but I still vote yes.
We, the free people of the Americas, are bound not only by a shared history.
I fucking knew it! I knew it!
I'm in.
Freedom, dignity, progress.
Yes.
I am sorry to tell you that our work is not finished.
Fuck.
As long, brothers
Fuck.
and sisters, to the tyranny of dictate, we must not resign ourselves to the status quo.
But who did she call earlier? Fuck.
Democracy is your destiny.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Over a cliff.
I call on my fellow leaders to speak with one voice.
Who did it?
Loud, clear, strong.
Who did it? Who killed her? Somebody we know? Don't tell me.
All right, then. We go to war.
I mean, how you gonna do that?
All those who would seek to squash individual rights and freedoms, hear
How you gonna
us.
do that? Cause she dead.
Your time has passed.
Think she's dead, or is she just kidnapped? Is she dead, or is she just being taken? Who did it? Who? I mean, it's the White House people, but the government. But who? Wait, what? Who'd she call? This show loves to like give you that give you that cliffhanger to make you want to watch the next one right away, don't they? I'm not doing it right now. I'm gonna use some restraint, but this show is so good, man. The dialogue is so good. I can't wait to get to know some more of these characters. I am loving it. Cyrus, he is a badass. Olivia, badass. I'm so fucking on board and so pumped. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.